Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel. This video was kind of a spur of the moment video because I'm really angry. And I'm really angry because people are ignorant. And this story isn't my story. My friend April, who just recently moved to Chicago, gave me permission to make this video. So I made a video a couple videos ago about going to Chicago, and in that video I talk about using Uber. And generally we used about 7 Ubers. Generally it was a very positive experience. This wasn't a positive experience. So she used the carpooling, ride pooling part of Uber. So she gets in the Uber. The person's already in there, of course. But I guess from my understanding, the person was annoyed that and felt like they had to move to get out of April's way. Well, she said, don't worry about it, I got it. Well, in the process, the person says, these handicap people, I'll never use this app again. Few things. You're using a carpooling app, there's gonna there's gonna be people sharing your ride. Second, that person could have some issues. It just pisses me off that, what does these handicapped people even mean? These people trying to live their lives? Like, we're not trying to make things difficult for people. If anything, I do things to try and make things less difficult for people. I've been on walking where I've really needed to take a break, and I've said, they'll ask me, "Are you okay?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine," even though internally I'm dying inside because I don't want to make things more complicated than they have to be. So all she was trying to do was get a ride, like, and you're sharing an Uber. I shared an Uber with 2 other guys in a Lexus. My head was cramped against the ceiling. Was I supposed to be like, we should all take 3 separate Ubers because we shouldn't all ride together? I mean, come on. What do people really expect people not to be out in public and not use things like Uber and the buses? Next, people like, get off my bus. Are we going back to that? Like, what? And then, like, the lady apparently tried to then apologize because she realized she made the Uber driver mad and April mad. But it's like, by then, your apology is null and void. You didn't you meant to say what you said, and that doesn't make it better because now you feel awkward because you realized that you put your foot in your mouth. I mean, yes, it's good to apologize, but that doesn't make it better in that scenario because are you really being sincere when you're saying that? I think you're just trying to say it to make it easier for that, 10-minute ride that you're about to take. I hope that lady learns to never say that again out loud. I mean, it's one thing to think things. She could have thought, man, this handicapped person making it difficult. Sure, go ahead and think it. But to verbalize that when we're just trying to do our best, you know, and like me, April isn't able to drive. So she does rely on rides, either from people that she knows, the bus, or from Uber. So why are you so surprised that she got in the Uber when you're carpooling? I mean, did you really not expect to ever run into someone with a disability? Especially a physical disability with arm crutches? Like, I guess that person may not be that exposed to it, and that's really sad that mm, she wasn't like prepared to potentially run into someone with a disability because you never know who you're going to get when you carpool. Could have been anybody. Happens to be April, who walks with arm crutches, who told the woman, "You don't have to move, it's fine, like I have it." But then she still felt the need to move and then complain that she needed to move enough to say that she wasn't going to use the car pooling portion of the app ever again. I mean, come on. the least society makes disability very hard because there's still this stigma that we aren't able to go out in public and we sit on we sit at home and don't go anywhere and shouldn't go anywhere, and you need to feel sorry for us. What you need to do is just help us live our lives the best we can. I don't see how moving was that big of a deal. Even so, she didn't ask you to move, but hey, scooch over just a smidge to help her get in the Uber. And sure, don't take the carpooling app ever again, but just bite your tongue, strike up a conversation. Maybe you wouldn't realize, maybe you would have got something out of the conversation. Hey, how's it going? How have you been doing? How's your day going? But to literally say, I'm never going to use this again because you had to scooch over because that's so hard for you. I mean, I'm sorry to be ranting, but it just makes me so mad that people do this when the easy thing to do would just be move, strike up a conversation, see how the person is, and go about your day, and then decide after the ride, that wasn't for me. Maybe I won't use the car pooling app again. I mean, th- what is wrong? And she didn't even do anything. Maybe that person was having a bad day. Maybe they were. I don't know. But to literally these handicapped people are normal people. Do you say if April was 75 and using a walker instead of arm crutches, would that person have said these old people? You know? Is it just because disability affects all ages and you ran into someone who's in their 20s who has to use arm crutches and that throws you off? And if it really does throw you off, be like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Do you mind me asking what's going on? Like, why do you have to use arm crutches?" Strike up a conversation. But I doubt that lady would have said anything if it was an older woman using a walker. I mean, we just want to be respected, and when people either say, "Oh, I'm never going to use this app again," or, in my case, laugh at me in public in Walmart, what good does that do? I mean, does that bring people joy? I mean, to me, more joy would be to make a conversation and build a connection with somebody and go about your day, and maybe they'll teach you something. But instead, you want to be this closed-minded person. I don't know. I don't know what that person was thinking. I can't speak for them. But it's just crazy to me that she would actually say that out loud and think that April or the Uber driver would think that's okay, or like, oh, no big deal. That you just kind of, you're judging me because I'm getting in an Uber when, I don't have the option to drive myself somewhere. So I need to use Uber. I don't know if that person uses their own car or not, but we all have reasons for being in an Uber. Just try to be as friendly as possible and move about your day. But I guess some people, can't do that always. But we need, I guess, more and more exposure. More people need to be riding an Uber. More people need to be out in public at Walmart. Just everywhere, more people need to be out in public, I guess. Because disability, we are normal people just like everyone else. We still walk, we still grocery shop. Yes, I walk with arm crutches, but I'm still walking. I still need to do things, grocery shop, um, just be out, go to the movies. Um, I don't I just don't like the idea that because we're disabled that we don't do and want the same things as other people. It's just we're all human. Humans want, similar things. Just because. I just don't get it. I just so please help enlighten me. Let's have a conversation. If you've ever done this to someone, let's talk about it. If you've had experiences like this, please comment down below. Because the more we talk about it and the more, the more voices are heard, the better and more people will be reached and realizing that disability, whether it be physical, mental, so what? So what? You know, we're all just trying to do our thing. Sorry for ranting, everybody, but I felt this had to be pointed out. No shame to Uber because that Uber driver was great. She said that he like kind of gave the woman, a glare, and that's when the woman realized, oh, crap, I shouldn't probably said that out loud, insert foot in the mouth. But people are gonna like that. I hope the next time if you've done that, you'll see from this video that maybe that wasn't the best idea, and maybe next time you'll try and strike up a conversation, and maybe you'll become friends with that person. I don't know, exchange numbers, add each other on Facebook, just get to know somebody. You don't know what somebody's going through, and I don't know what that woman was going through. Just kind of the wrong response. And hopefully, if she happens to see this, I don't know who you are, but learn from that. And the next time you run into someone with a disability, just try to be a little more compassionate. Okay? That's the lesson of this video. Let's all just try and be as compassionate as we can and learn from each other. Okay? So I hope everyone has a great night, and thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Oh, and please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Any stories similar to this one, share it with your friends. And I post every Tuesday, and I'm thinking maybe every Thursday. We'll see. But for sure every Tuesday. So come back next time. Thanks.